I'm Raymond Modulin, aka the Real Estate Monkey, and host of Indy's new reality show, King of the Rehab. Over the last decade, I've brokered, bought, or sold $70 million worth of real estate, and the one thing I know is rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. What's up? King of the Rehab. Hello and welcome. I'm Raymond Modulin, aka the Real Estate Monkey, and welcome to King of the Rehab. I'd like to remind everybody, let's recap what happened last week. Remember, we got a chance to watch each one of the guys redo their own living room. You got a chance to see what it looked like before and what it looked like after. Then we got to go in and decide what we really liked, okay? They all did a really fantastic job, and that's the problem. All of these guys are really good, but sometimes it comes down to just a little something extra that may make them a winner. And that's something you guys need to understand. It might be just that little bit that you did that could be the difference between a sale and a non-sale. So I want to congratulate Joe, did a really good job. You know, he did the best living room, and I think a lot of it was just some of the smaller stuff that he paid attention to. Now, this week we're going to do it again. Now, I'm not sure which room we're going to go out and look at, but we are definitely going to go out and watch them do it once again from their point of view. You guys are going to get to see exactly what these guys see. No slick cameras, no slick photography. It's just you and the rehabbers, all right? Now, Mr. Biggs called me. I got to go return a phone call, so I'm sure that he's got something up his sleeve. So I'd like to remind everybody, stay close, and let's go watch these guys rehab and watch the dirt fly and all of that right here on King of the Rehab. Hey, where's Mr. Big? Ah, crap, he did it to me again. Hello? You know what? That guy is here somewhere. How did he...
Hi, I'm Brad Davis, president of Davis Building Group. Our family-owned business has been building homes throughout central Indiana since 1955. With over 100 years of senior management experience, we build affordable family-style homes for first and second-time home buyers, or we can build custom plans on your lot. We work hard to offer neighborhoods with terrific schools and homes with spacious floor plans and great amenities. To see more wonderful neighborhoods, visit us at davisbuildinggroup.com or call Angela and Sean at the number below. So visit us at Davis Building Group and let's get started.
Hello, I'm the Real Estate Monkey, and I'm here to tell you about my new website, realestatemonkey.com. We've partnered with many of the best real estate service providers in Indiana to provide you a one-stop website for all your real estate needs. So when you need help around the house, just log on to realestatemonkey.com and find the real top banana. While you're there, check out all of the other benefits I've made available for you. So remember, realestatemonkey.com and get the power of the monkey behind you. Hello, it's Raymond. Hello, Mr. Big. Right. Nope, I'm right where you told me to be. I'm exactly in that spot. I don't see you anywhere. Do what? Oh, the car? Okay, so you're in the car? I guess this is for me. Hey, where's Mr. Big? Ah, crap, he did it to me again. Hello? You know what? That guy is here somewhere. How did he know that car was right here? He has got to be here watching. Man, that ticks me off, but I'll tell you what. Let's see what he's got. Looks like the kitchen this week. All right? Well, let's go I am definitely going to find him.
Additionally, yesterday we did the numbers and with the labor and materials versus brand new cabinets. We're going to go ahead and put brand new cabinets in here. Put the refrigerator here. Stove over here, so the stove will not be in the way of somebody coming around the corner. As they would be here, they possibly a little child coming around, burn themselves, somebody coming around in a hurry. Instead, that's going to be the refrigerator. We're going to have the stove moved over here with the microwave out of the way. And we're going to be replacing this with another center island, which is going to work great as a breakfast bar or even as a serving area.
The kitchen is 180 degrees different than I thought it was going to be when I first came in. I spoke earlier about how a bi-level is kind of a unique floor plan, and because of it, then you're putting 3 rooms, if you will, the living room, eating area, and the kitchen all in a square footage of about, that's not quite as big as you would like to have it perhaps. And then you've got a wall that's almost like a L-shaped wall separating the hallway and the kitchen and the living room and the dining. It's just configured that way. I wanted to go with an entirely open concept. My intent was to blow out that whole entire wall. That was my idea, and then have the kitchen open up into the living room, into the dining area, and kind of a serving bar right there, etc. But the footprint wouldn't allow it to happen. When you factored everything else in there, like the stove and the refrigerator and the sink and the dishwasher and everything, just wouldn't work right. It would have been just a bad floor plan after the fact. They actually had it set up the best way that it could have been set up. So I went from an open concept to basically keeping it the way it was. You know, you have to make decisions as you're going along. We'll just keep these cabinets and we'll refurbish these cabinets as opposed to. But the more I looked at it, then it was like, that just isn't going to work out. The cabinets had been through their refurbished life already, and it just wasn't going to work out. So we pulled those cabinets out and went with brand new cabinets and countertops in it. So we did switch the oven and the refrigerator location, because where the oven was located at, you could come around the corner from the dining room, a little child or somebody quickly, and somebody could have the oven door open or be carrying a hot pan. So from a safety factor, we moved it across the room and then moved the beers a little closer maybe to the football game. But for the most part, it stayed pretty much the same. We just did the engineered hardwood floors and changed out the cabinets and the countertops and put new appliances in, and of course, paint and light fixtures. We put the pendant lights over the breakfast bar to give it a little bit of an elegant look.
So they had the older cabinets, and the backsplash was a rainbow brick. And you'll see those in the pictures. It was pastel, pink, green, yellow, and that was, I'm pretty sure, a product of the 70s. So it was you know how they made things better back then. This was real brick. So I'm trying to chip that stuff off, and it's like hell trying to get it off. So what we had to do was just bring that whole wall down to the studs. We did get that accomplished, and then also the flooring, which was the old 12-inch by 12-inch sticky vinyl. It was 2 layers of that, plus a Luan backing before we got to the concrete. So we were about 2 days just trying to scrape all that stuff up to get down to a bare so we could start new before we put ceramic tile on it. So, but once we got all that extra demo of over 30 years worth of materials added on there, it became easy. So nice new bright kitchen, still just tightening things up to get it fresh. No rearranging, kept everything just the way they were. Because one section of the cabinets and the island, it comes off as a peninsula. And so some of the cabinets up top has glass on one end, so it has doors on each end. So I said it's best to leave that just like that and just update them, because it's a lot of cabinet space, and any rearranging or changing the way that was would probably take away from the kitchen. So I think it's built perfect just the way it was. We did a light sand and a real good cleanup on the cabinets and then hit it with a few coats of semi-gloss white. It used to be an old brown color. We're going to put new hardware, which includes hinges and handles. It's going to look like brand new cabinets. Countertops is going to be replaced, brand new tops are going to be installed. This countertop here, we're going to put it's going to be a special order because of the shape of it. It's not stock. It's going to be a peninsula style countertop. My kitchen budget went in real low and I'm going to finish real low. I'm going to be right on target on the kitchen budget. I go with a medium to high grade tile when I go with the kitchen.
Kitchens are always, the focal point of every home. Everybody knows that. Really gone away from, in this area of home, it was kind of more of a service kitchen, galley kitchen style that was separated from the dining and living room areas of the home. That's since changed. People, modern homes, everybody congregates in the kitchen, so you got to make them as big and open as you can now. When I walked in, it was, 70s vinyl on the floor, and they had updated the cabinets, but that's probably 30 years old as well. I believe the countertops were yellow, not 100% sure. I'll have to go back and look at the pictures, and possibly in either yellow or avocado appliances. So quite a bit dated, drop ceiling, and it was just in rough shape. So I have a kitchen and bath designer that I've worked with on every project. She's great, and so I had her come in, and she's great at kind of seeing past what's there, and I've done this enough times that I know I can look at a wall and take it out and know that everything's going to be gone. So we ended up going, we have a custom cabinet maker out of Southern Indiana, and he does a fantastic job. Janice, our designer, has designed everything. Lee builds everything custom for us. We've got a bank along the back wall, we've got a bank of cabinets with a built-in refrigerator, nice sink area with a window overlooking the backyard, and then you have your triangle where you have, if you're a cook, then you understand that you want your triangle with your refrigerator, your dishwasher, your sink, and your range. So we've got that, and then in the middle we've got a huge island that opens up, kind of creates a transition piece into the dining space. Room for 3 bar stools, raised breakfast bar, and then on the back side, on the kitchen side, it's regular kitchen counter height, and we've got a range built in there. So really good preparation space, and then on the far wall we had a pantry built in with hookups for a television, because let's face it, everybody likes to have a television in or around their kitchen nowadays. So really modern and functional. We went with kind of a classic look. We're doing off-white cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. Just going to be really, really melding the old and the new.
Hey folks, it's Lee Smith again. I'm in the kitchen of my rehab. I just want to show you we're at demo mode.
Hello, I'm the Real Estate Monkey, and I'm here to tell you about my new website, realestatemonkey.com. We've partnered with many of the best real estate service providers in Indiana to provide you a one-stop website for all your real estate needs. So when you need help around the house, just log on to realestatemonkey.com and find the real top banana. While you're there, check out all of the other benefits I've made available for you. So remember, realestatemonkey.com, and get the power of the monkey behind you.
Hey folks, it's Lee Smith again. I'm in the kitchen of my rehab. I just want to show you we're at demo mode. We've done a little bit of work here too. I don't know if it's going to kind of fade in a little bit, but basically we came in here, we pulled up the original floors, and we pulled out some of the cabinets. We're actually going to save the cabinets. And what we're going to do is we're using a new technique, and it's basically, there's a brand new primer out on the market that allows you to prime cabinets, get them ready for paint. And it's kind of cool because it keeps the grain patterns. So like you can see there, that grain pattern on that oak cabinetry. What we'll do is we'll spray it with the primer, and the grain patterns kind of bleed through a little bit, and then we'll hit it with paint. And then the grain patterns will go through the paint. I mean, it's, you know, an old process, primers always worked, but in this case, it's a new product. It goes real fast, and it's real easy, and we really like it. So anyways, what was I going to say? Oh, so what we're doing is when you're doing kitchens, you know, you always think about different things, but what we do is we find one piece of the kitchen and we use that to pull it all together. In this case, we bought some real nice glass backsplash tile, and so we're going to use that for the backsplash behind the countertops, you know, in between the upper cabinets and the lower cabinets. And we will, this glass backsplash has a bunch of different colors in it, and one of the colors we're going to use, and we're going to paint the cabinets. One of the colors out of the glass backsplash we're going to use, glass backsplash we're going to use to paint the walls. Another color we're going to use, it's real close to the hardwood floors that we're getting ready to put in. Yep, I said we're going to put in hardwood floors. So, you know, I mean, there's all different things, you know, and you pull these colors all together, and it's a great way to do things. One other cool thing that we did, I don't know if you have seen the demo, or before the demo, when we first bought the house, was there was a single window here. One big, like 3x8 or 6 foot window. Well, now we pulled it out, we put in a nice new French door. So a French door that opens out. So it's not the ones that come in, which would ruin our little kitchen dining experience here. You know, you have a little nook where you can eat in, but we have one that goes out. So now you can go out onto that back deck, and you know, it's party central. You can have a good time and have entertain your friends and whatnot, and it's real open and inviting atmosphere.
The kitchen itself was massively dated. I think the house itself was built in the late 70s, and it really had not been updated since. The kitchen cabinets were in pretty good shape, actually, which usually we end up going in and replacing all the kitchen cabinets. So in this particular case, you know, it had laminate floors, and there was the floor itself was unlevel, so it was like a floor joist underneath was probably broken or cracked or something like that, so it was sagging. So in this particular case, you know, the decision that I made was I was either going to do tile on the floor. Obviously I had to fix the broken floor joist, and then like I was talking earlier, there was a huge window, like a 6 foot tall window that you could clearly see that it was a door going outside at one point in time, but they had turned it into a window. So basically the thought process was, okay, I'm going to turn that into French doors that open out, and then I'm going to fix the floor joist, I'm going to replace the flooring. And actually we've had pretty good luck with, there's a couple new paint products out that we use, you know, a primer and then a paint that we use. And we've had really good luck with houses in this kind of price range where we will come in and we'll do this real new primer on there, and then we'll paint the cabinets, and the grain pattern still comes out because these were oak cabinetry, but it gives it a much more modern or contemporary feel to it. And so we were going to do that. So obviously we replaced all the appliances. This is kind of an upscale neighborhood, so we're actually doing all stainless appliances, and then we'll put new countertops on, and we'll do glass block backsplash. And you know, other than that, it'll be paint. But I mean, there wasn't a lot of changes we wanted to make to the kitchen. I mean, to some people that might seem like a lot, but that wasn't a lot for us.
The kitchen in this particular property didn't look bad at a glance. It was just very dated. So the plan going into that kitchen was to give it a new facelift, probably new light fixtures, new faucet, new countertops. The cabinets themselves looked very good. After closer inspection, I found that there was some mold behind the cabinets that I was my intentions wasn't to pull them out or do anything structural to the kitchen, just give it a nice facelift, new flooring and lights and that kind of thing. Once we saw the mold on the backs of the, up behind the tops of the cabinets, we decided we had to pull those out. And again, that was a little added expense that we didn't expect. But we pulled them out, we treated the mold, we cut out the wall, replaced the wall, treated the backs of the cabinets, repainted those so that it was all killed and dead, and then reinstalled. The kitchen is, I don't know how to say it's the shape of it. I guess it's got a U-shaped countertop that kind of shares with a dining area. So it was kind of a custom shaped countertop, and we couldn't just go buy a replacement top. It was something that had to be fabricated, custom to that kitchen, to that size of space and all that kind of thing. It was over 10 feet long, so I couldn't buy just a standard piece of anything. And so we looked around for quite a while trying to figure out what we were going to do with the countertop. We considered, you know, tiling the countertop or re-laminating what was there, except it had a half round edge on it that I don't have the capabilities of bending the laminate that tight and making it hold. So we kept playing around with the idea, and it ended up, as I said, I'm a cabinet maker by trade. So I kind of pulled back on some skills, and I told my contractor, I said, you give me a break on the price a little bit, I'll go fabricate the countertops and bring them in and install them. So that wasn't in my plan, but it was what needed to be done. So in turn, I ended up going and buying material, fabricating the countertops at the plant I used to work at that closed down on me. I called them up and said, do you have any space I can come in and build? And maybe you have one saw left, because they actually liquidated all their equipment and everything. But they did have one saw and a couple of hand tools, and they're still in there just kind of messing around, trying to clean up old business and that kind of stuff. But so I went to them and said, can I come into this space and work for a day or two? And they invited me back in. So I made the countertops, and I think we have a little video or two of me manufacturing those countertops.
Hey, hello, this is Gary. Hey, just giving you an update on today. I haven't been at the house. I've been working on these countertops. This will be the laminate that goes on. I've got a couple of pictures to show you from the bottom side. But the thing is 122 inches long, or 122 and a half as it were, and about 4.5 feet deep, U-shaped. So I've been working on this today, putting it together. Just so you see, it's red oak edging, wrapped around some particle board. We're going to laminate it with this material here. Okay, the light's kind of harsh on it, but so that's what I've been doing. I'm actually inside an old production facility where I used to do around $15–20 million in work a year inside this facility back when it was up and running. But kind of funny to be back in here, actually. Just so you see, there's a couple other smaller tops that are in process right there. So,
but really the kitchen, like I say, the cabinets themselves were in pretty good shape. It was a matter of new flooring, fixtures, lighting, countertops, doing a little rebuilding of the cabinets. Once we pulled them out, we found some rickety spots that, you know, some wood was bad, and we had to put some new wood in and brace them up nice and tight and then reinstall them. So that was kind of the plan on the kitchen. There wasn't much supposed to be done in the kitchen. We put a little more work into it than we intended.
Hi, I'm Brad Davis, president of Davis Building Group. Our family-owned business has been building homes throughout central Indiana since 1955. With over 100 years of senior management experience, we build affordable family-style homes for first and second-time home buyers, or we can build custom plans on your lot. We work hard to offer neighborhoods with terrific schools and homes with spacious floor plans and great amenities. To see more wonderful neighborhoods, visit us at davisbuildinggroup.com or call Angela and Sean at the number below. So visit us at Davis Building Group and let's get started.
All right, that's this week's episode of King of the Rehab. You got a chance to see the rehabbers, all 5 of their contestants, and their kitchens. That was what was assigned to us by Mr. Big. Mr. Big has pulled a disappearing act one more time. However, he left me one important clue, and I know exactly where I think he's at. Do you have an idea? If you do, I'd like you to go to kingoftherehab.com and fill out your ideas of who you think Mr. Big is. While you're there, don't forget you can sign up for free information about the show. Plus, we've got some old episodes, and we've got maybe a bloopers reel and all kinds of other things that you get to look at absolutely free. You got to see them do the rehabbing, and you got to see the before. Next week, we're going to have a guest judge help me out. Mr. Brad Davis from Davis Building Group is going to come in, and we are going to go through there and pick the best kitchen. So come on back next week on King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab. King of the Rehab.
What's up?